have you noticed that defenses sit ridiculously deep after the latest patch? This is why you are struggling to score. Everyone's dropping back, the midfield is heavily packed, and your attack dies before it even starts. But there is one thing that still breaks every deep line: the first time through ball. It's simple, it's toxic, and it's easily the most effective way to score goals right now. But it is not the same as FC25. You need to do something else, and which is exactly what I'm going to teach you. The first time through ball is exactly what it sounds like: a through pass that is played the moment your player receives it. No touch, no delay, just straight into space. The key is timing. If you hold it too long, the gap closes. If you spam it, you will lose control. But if you do it perfectly at the right time, you are through on goal instantly. Here's the setup I recommend. You need pace on the wings. You need a striker with silver incisive, Pina being the prime example. And then you need midfielders with good tiki-taka passing. Also, you need to learn how to use the player lock. And this is where the meta gets toxic, because the AI doesn't react in time. Even elite defenders struggle because the animation delay makes the through ball feel unfair. Now, before I break down how to use it in game, if you want to learn how to train such mechanics perfectly and build the instinct for when to trigger these passes, I have broken it down step by step inside my school community. We do tactical breakdowns, group calls, in-depth gameplay reviews. The links below if you want to master the mental and mechanical side of FC26. We already have 200 members. First, we need to address common mistakes. Most players fail because they hesitate. They take a touch before passing, or they look for the perfect angle instead of trusting the run. By the time they play it, the defender has already dropped. Your goal is to remove that hesitation completely. I prefer calling it the 1-3 pass. Why the 1-3 pass, guys? Because there are 3 players involved in this pass. Take a look at this example. I'm gonna tell Diani to run. As you can see, she is my right midfielder. You wanna ideally use 4-5-1 for this tactic. And then you want to initiate the player lock towards your striker who has incisive. Once you do it, you will wait for the player to be on the last man. Once your winger is on the last man, you're going to perform a first time ground or lob through ball depending on the situation, and your player will be through on goal. It is all about timing. Now, don't finish like I am finishing. If you watch my channel, you know about my finishing problems. Okay, now you tell Rafinha to run in this situation, which would be our left mid. Okay, and now we have to wait and we want to delay our passes. Delaying the passes is the key. So I will hold the ball until I can see the run of Rafinha being developed. If the run isn't developing, there is no point of playing this pass. Okay, so we will delay 1, 2, wait. Now we can see the run has developed. By the time the pass reaches Claudia Pina, Rafinha is gonna be through on goal. He'd be on the shoulder of the last man, and then you will see we disregard the passing angles. We disrespect the rules of football. Perform this through ball, it will go, because we have a gap, and first time through balls with incisive towards wingers are insane on this game. Look, now you're through on goal. It's an easy, simple practice that works against very good players as well. Same thing here, okay? We will tell Diani to run. Now that she is running, the opponent thinks we are gonna pass the ball to her, but we will not do so. Instead, we would pass the ball into Claudia Pina. Because we will pass the ball into Claudia Pina with the player lock. The reason to use the player lock is to delay and take his focus off of the run, so his focus shifts to the striker. When I do this, now his focus has shifted to the ball carrier with the player lock, okay, like this. And then we play a through ball, we are through on goal. It's a triangular passing pattern. Remember, whenever you want to score goals, you want to use triangular passing patterns, okay? Now see, I have told Rafinha to run, waiting, delaying, boom, through on goal. Easily through on goal. If you do it in the midfield, it's not that good, but against, like, with the wingers, it's insane. Look, again, same thing. I told Diani to run the moment I received the ball. Now I am delaying the pass. Okay, it's a 3-step process. The first step to this process is to trigger the run using L1. Once you have done so, you want to initiate the player lock using R3 plus L3. You want to use R3 plus L3, flick the right stick towards your striker with incisive. Once you have done so, You are then gonna wait, delay till the run has developed. Once the run has developed, you're gonna play the ball into your striker using R1X or simple X pass, and then perform a first time ground or lob through ball. In most situations, you're gonna use the ground through ball, and the result is something like this. This is one of the most consistent ways of scoring goals after the patch. The first time through balls are well and truly back. Look at this, like, wow, just amazing. The first time through ball to the wingers in the 4-5-1 with this new Reti tactic is insane. Now, if you are not familiar with the Reti tactic, check this video out here.